Shame. 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 What's going on, people? I don't plan on keeping y'all long tonight. This stream will not be that long, but it will be long enough that I can guarantee you. What's up, Triple CZs? First in each one's chat. Peace, peace. Tonight we are going to be discussing schools. LeBron James is all the rage right now with his launching of his school. What we want to know is, all these other school talking niggas, daycare ass school talking niggas. What up, Wax? All these daycare school talking niggas. We'd like to know, would and should these niggas apply to work at a nigga who's really trying to produce shit? Now, everybody knows lately, in the latest news, that LeBron James is opening a school. Again, kudos to him and his family, his wife, who I heard played a lot, a big part of it as well. His wife, Savannah. So I think that's a wonderful thing for a young couple to do something like that for their people, to reach back. And something like this with LeBron James, he don't have to do nothing else. He doesn't have to do anything else. So if all these people who can afford it, like him, would do the same thing he did, they would understand what I've been saying for the longest time. You only got to do one or two things. You ain't got to constantly do it. Just do something, nigga. Something for your people, for real. Not charity and all that organization, not that bullshit. I'm talking about something for real. And you don't have to do anything else. LeBron James started something off that should and probably will make itself grow beyond what he probably even fathomed. So it's like you have to put a foot forward. Now, the reason I'm doing this stream is because here on YouTube world, we have a lot of what you call niggas who are running around saying things like the black woman is God, saying things like they're the most sought after black speaker in the world. You have all these people saying all these things about themselves and saying things that they think people want to hear. These people are also, if you haven't noticed, saying things people want to hear in regards to when you ask them what are they doing, what are their actions to back up their claims. Again, no one has to back up shit if you're not out here making a bunch of claims. But when you come out and you start making these claims, that is when you must start answering for the shit that you're saying. You have tons of people right now who are coming out here saying how they're going to build schools and shit like that, and schools are important and this is important. So then you have a few niggas who come out and say how they're doing it. They get people behind them, giving them fucking money for it, the whole 9 yards. And it's the two people that you see in the title, Pharoah and fucking Umar Johnson. Pharoah and Umar Johnson. Pharoah and Umar Johnson have been running around the community talking about shit that they're going to do in regards to school. Pharoah claims his schools are going to be in the form of daycares. All right, what's up, BCFC? His schools are going to be in the form of daycares. Daycares where the kids can come in and be looked after as well as learn, i.e. like a baby kindergarten or some shit, another form of a kindergarten. Has anybody seen anything remotely close to a school coming to fruition? Has anybody seen anything close to a school coming to be? Any daycare, any pre-K, any whatever the fuck type school that Pharoah said he was going to open. Everywhere, in every state, which includes Alaska and Hawaii. He went all out with his lies and his claim. He just said, I'm going to put one in every state. Yep, people, every state. And these dipshits that were giving him money actually went along with that, like not thinking, well, wait a minute, don't you probably mean as many states as I can or most of them, nigga? You putting a daycare / black educational daycare school in Alaska, nigga? I ain't seen shit neither. Karate school. You was really going to build a daycare in Alaska, Pharoah? You was really about to build a daycare in Hawaii, Pharoah? Keep it real, dog. No bullshit. You was about to build a fucking daycare in North Dakota? North fucking Dakota. Umar schools in China, exactly. Yo, let's keep going deeper into this. Pharoah, you were going to put a fucking daycare, you, in Oregon? Nigga, you ain't never been to Oregon, and you'll never be in Oregon, let alone Alaska. Are you serious, yo? But when we say things like this, you're hating on him. I think he's hating on us by telling us these fucking lies. What do you think? Because I think you're hating on me and everyone else who's fucking be involved in this shit, who's heard your lies, who you spread the lies to. And then now we have to deal with ignorant motherfuckers who come in comment sections and chats and talk shit and defend you because they're blind and they don't realize that this asshole actually said definitively that he was going to put a daycare / school, whatever the fuck it was, in 50 states. Yep, people, 50 states. He hasn't even had one in the state he lives in. Now I hear he's running around, running around, pretending like he's some sort of Tybo hoe, being a spider monkey, fighting and kicking people like a spider monkey. In the phantom weight division, not bantam, but phantom ass weight. It is no weight. Snickers lighter than a bantam weight. That's like the size of them little boxing niggas like Michael Carbajal and shit. Who the fuck you gonna beat up, nigga? You little spider monkey. And before we switch on to this dipshit Umar, we're gonna have to ask you one more time, Pharoah, what's up with that logo though, G? Like this shit is we going into fucking the end of the summer soon. That means we're gonna be going into fall, and we still have yet to hear, why the fuck is there a children's charity organization with the same exact logo and the same exact phrase attached to the logo as yours? And the one you were selling and pushing to people and trying to get people to buy so much that you actually had a website up. And then once it became common knowledge that you were indeed stealing these people's logo and phrase, you weren't even creative enough to alter the fucking logo or alter the phrase and make it your own. You weren't even creative enough to do that, to put the S in a complete circle, instead SOS in a circle instead of an oval, to make them Russian S's or something other than that, or Russian letters, excuse me, so they don't look like the same S that's in SOS for the Children's Charity Organization. What a fucking dipshit. What a world-class radioactive fucking dipshit you are, yo. Now, smart guy, talk your way out of that. Moving on, Umar Infantunde. What are we to make of this Infantunde? What is an Infantunde? First of all, people, does anybody know what an Infantunde is? Can I go to the local zoo and see an Infantunde? Can I type in Google search and find an Infantunde? It's banned. It's just something that means it's banned. Well, Umar, Infantunde Shoemaker Jackson or Johnson, we want to know if you in the aforementioned Marshall Allah, aka Don't Talk About SOS, sometimes known as the Spider Monkey in the Ring. But we want to know, should these two people apply to LeBron James School? Because we already heard the Umar stories. No need to hash that out. You know, sorry, Frederick Douglass. He's related to Frederick Douglass through old Uncle Todd. Or whatever that name was, he said. Old Uncle Todd. Like, nigga, Todd what? The fuck? You goddamn fucking young spinoff. Yo, hey, yo, I think spinoff and Infantunde, spinoff Tunde, they both need to combine them, their teachings and all this shit and go apply to teach at LeBron James School, since he's doing it for real. Now, I don't think that Umar has the nerve to bring himself to actually basically submitting to somebody else, because he ain't inventing the curriculum. And LeBron and his people don't want to hear nothing about you being the most sought after, whatever the fuck you claim you sought after of. No one wants to hear that shit. What we want to know is, should Umar apply? Infantunde. That's crazy. That's exactly what it says. I just want to know, is he going to make a comment about it? Has anybody heard Umar mention anything about LeBron's school? I bet you right now, Umar don't even want to hear the word school. If you go around Umar Johnson right now and say the word school, that nigga probably beat the shit out of you. If you say the word school around Umar right now, he gonna beat your ass, yo. He don't want to hear the word school. He don't want to hear the words LBJ, LeBron James. He does not want to hear LeBron James' name being mentioned, and he damn sure don't want to hear the word school, and he for sure goddamn don't want to hear LeBron James and school mentioned together. Not after the 12 years he's been running around here talking about building a school and how black folks won't do this. LeBron James didn't use all his money to build that school. He invested the majority, but he was able to get investors. You want to know why? Because throughout the decades of him building this shit, building a little I Promise thing, he was actually getting with people, something Umar doesn't do, getting with other people and coming up with ideas and actually building the school all along. Until you come to present day where they have a curriculum, they have a fucking way that they're gonna run the shit and organize it and the whole 9 yards. They're gonna make sure they got enough teachers that they can pay the teachers. Yeah, like all this stuff. All these things had to be taken into account. Umar never even mentions shit about the janitors, the groundskeepers, all that shit like that. How's he gonna make sure he maintains the property, et cetera, et cetera? None of that shit. You don't hear that nigga talking about that shit because he don't plan on doing shit unless somebody give him multi-millions of dollars. If you do not give him a multi-million dollars at one time, he will never build a school. And he'll never get multi-million dollars ever. So he will never build a fucking school. But at the very least, Umar, to show that you're sincere about the cause, whether you did it or not, it's been done. Why are you not speaking on it, Umar? What's the matter, Infantunde? Infantunde. Why do you refuse to acknowledge LeBron James for doing what you said you was going to do, but never did and never was actually really putting forth a real effort to fucking do? You should at least be happy that we got a school. Our people got a school now. Exactly, Wax. If you fucking say school, that nigga's going to pound you out. And I can promise y'all that. What up, Forum? We talking about Umar and Pharoah. We talking about should these dipshits at least try to apply to LeBron James' school since they ran their mouth about the schools they were gonna build. Umar didn't even go as hard as fucking Pharoah, weird little ass. Umar's only said that he gonna build a school. This nigga Pharoah said he gonna put little daycare schools in 50 states. Including Alaska, North Dakota, Hawaii, etc. All 50 states. And what was he asking for in the donation to do this? In the GoFundMe? Who remembers how much his GoFundMe was? Does anybody remember how much Pharoah's GoFundMe was? When this nigga started saying he's going to build a daycare? Because this nigga got a GoFundMe for like 14 grand or some shit. Talking about he's gonna build a daycare. Oh, he was asking for $1 million. So $1 million was gonna put daycares in 50 states, including Alaska and Hawaii. Exactly, that's all he did. He bought 50 pairs of fucking sneakers. He bought them funky ass broads that sit up there and live off the scamming that he do. Bought them fucking websites so they could pretend to be yoga gurus. Is that my nigga Red Spot? Yes, it is, indeed. He said his neck grade. Ah! Low blow, nigga. Low blow, nigga. I know Kev Gill's shit green. Has anybody ever seen Kev Gill's shoes? Has he ever shown you his shoes? He's like a fucking one of them Muppet reporters. Remember from the Muppets? You never seen them niggas lower body. I don't think that nigga got a lower body. We talking about the same dipshit who fell asleep during a live stream. It's sad. What the hell is up, Darren? Just sad. Darren, we talking about young Marshall Allah who made the outlandish claim of putting 50 daycares across the United States, one in each state, where the kids, the babies, can be taught at a young age and be watched so that their parents can go out and work. The mothers, single mothers and fathers can go out and work, etc. This is what this dipshit said. Could anyone imagine Pharoah? Now let's just say, when I said Pharoah, picture this, the thumbnail. Imagine this nigga going to Idaho to build a fucking daycare. He doesn't. Where would he go? Where's the place in need in Idaho? You don't even know that. Just stupid. Just fucking dumb. But you're collecting money for it. And then you got Infantunde, which we found out that Infantunde means a banned substance, a banned bear. Then you got Infantunde. Infantunde is mad as shit right now because LeBron James just took away his whole consciousness platform, which is building a school. So since nobody else, for real, except Q Butter, was talking about building a school and providing schools for the people, for the children in our communities, basically giving them some sort of alternative education other than the ones they're receiving. Now you got this fucking peace. Now you got this fucking dipshit. He's mad as shit right now because LeBron James just ripped the whole YouTube and heart out of Umar Johnson. Umar will not. That's what I'm gonna put in the next title about you, Umar. Why is Umar Johnson refusing to congratulate LeBron James on building a school, since the goal was just to get education? Even if you didn't build it yourself, the goal was to have it happen. If we live in a city, nigga, and we being attacked by a foreign land, nigga, and they're beating at our gates, like, yes, I want to defeat their captain so that they can stop fighting us and go back. But if somebody else over there shoots a bow and arrow and kills that motherfucker, the point is to kill the captain so they could go the fuck home. Gives a flying fuck if I did it or not. I just wanted them to leave us the fuck alone so we could survive and prosper. Right? Right, Umar? Right? This nigga is in his fucking feelings, G. This nigga Umar want to kill LeBron James. I can never tell people anymore that I'm the most sought after school talker. This nigga LeBron James just stole that nigga thunder, yo. All Umar thunder. Exactly. That nigga got what he wanted. That's why I said, Umar, you should be happy, nigga. You should be proud of yourself. You probably sitting on 150, 200 grand right now, periodically still suckering certain dumbasses into fucking paying you to come do shows and shit like that. So you making the money to make there. Shit is crazy, man. How the fuck is this nigga a fucking psychologist and he's never worked anywhere? This nigga's never applied anywhere and worked there and made money. Never. Hell, nigga, you spent fucking 15 years running around lying to schools and shit like that, telling them that you were a clinical psychologist. Charging people for consultations. I'm pretty sure he probably did spend it all now. Knowing him, I know one thing, he ain't got nothing else to push. He don't have anything else to advertise. He don't have anything. He doesn't have anything else to push. It's all over with. And I, for one, Umar, am very pleased with this situation that you're in. I think that LeBron James did a wonderful thing. I think that even if it wasn't LeBron, like I said, in my opinion, I think Q Butter already shit on you, but his notoriety isn't as big as yours, so people don't even be realizing that shit. He already shit on you. He showed you could do it with literally nothing except your will to want to do that shit. In Fatunde. So Umar is jealous of LeBron and will not appreciate the fact that the people now have a school to try to start building upon, to build more, to get our own alternative education, etc., and make sure we actually get an education. But no, Umar doesn't want. He's not pleased with that because he didn't bring it. Much like the Israel doctrines of the world. Shout out to Wax Dog for the video. It clearly shows how Israel doctrine is just all he cares about is you making sure that he's the one who talked about Hassan Campbell first. Like that makes any fucking difference about what the point is. You should be happy other people talk about it because the point is to get people to talk about it, right? Right? You genuine, right? That's what you genuinely want, right? How we gonna know about what happened to that boy if don't know why he talk about the shit except you? Think somebody's gonna listen to you drag somebody through a 9-hour live stream talking about nothing? Shit, cause motherfuckers don't even, cause I can't read and shit good. And like, what the fuck, man? Just spit it out and let it be over with. But this is what you get, yo. This is all YouTube has come to, yo, when it comes to these black conscious people. Somebody who's just feeding you some shit so that you could fucking come to their page and feed them, nigga. Not gonna sell you nothing, not gonna sell you a motherfucking t-shirt, not gonna sell you a hat, not gonna sell you a goddamn sticker, a coffee cup, nothing. They're gonna sell you a book, nothing. Nothing. It's what they give. But they demand everything. And here at Shame TV 2, we don't allow that shit, yo. We don't allow that. So Umar Johnson, get out your funky ass fuck feelings. Just get out of them, bro. Go put in the application at LeBron James School. Tell them your name is Infantunde. Do not say Umar Johnson, and do not refer to Frederick Douglass in any form of fashion, or they automatically going to terminate your application. Just throw it in the trash. So do not call yourself Umar Johnson or talk about Frederick Douglass. Just say your name is Infantunde. As a matter of fact, Umar, try to develop some sort of African accent. Like, I am Infantunde. I am here to teach. Okay? Pharoah, stop telling people you're going to put stuff in 50 states. Even McDonald's had a hard time putting a McDonald's in 50 states. How the fuck are you going to accomplish this shit? Let's be realistic. How much money have you collected on that donation towards the school? It should still be sitting in the GoFundMe. I'm sure it isn't. Shame TV 2. Appreciate everybody that came out with me tonight. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Next, we will be focusing in directly on why Umar Johnson has yet to congratulate LeBron James. Even though we have touched on it here. He's a hating ass nigga. And LeBron stole his storyline. So now he can't be the school guy amongst black people, the guy talking about building a school. You know, look at me. All these other guys are arguing about TV 2. Pharoah, what's up with them logos too, bitch? Peace.